Okay, so I'm recently writing a book, right, called Conquering Pain. And the reason to why I am writing this book is simply because a lot of people face many different things. And this book is pretty much dedicated to the broken, and people people go through so much stuff in life, right? Life happens. Now, is not so much about what you really go through, but it's how you go through it, it's how you face it, it's how you really view your life issues. So instead of us really focusing on the prize, because right now we're in a uncomfortable place, but to us we're comfortable in it because we've been here for so long. So we're unstable and we're unbalanced. And the only way to come out of that unstable place is if we precondition our minds. Precondition our minds. Find a plan. We have to find a solution. Now, is not always easy, right? It's not always easy. Finding a solution. And a lot of things that hinder us from moving forward is fear. So we're fearful because we're so afraid that, you know, I don't want to try this, or I've been here, so I don't really feel like, you know, I can really I can really move forward because pretty much and really I feel like I'm already dead. And really I feel like I'm already at hell. I'm going through a lot of life crisis and my life is over. And this stuff comes from the depths of our hearts. We really mean these things when we say it because of the issue that we're facing, right? So even though you're uncomfortable, even though you want to move forward and on, you want to find a solution. But how do you find a solution? In the midst of a lot of chaos, in the midst of a lot of frustrations, you're very irritable. Life hits you day after day, right? How do I really find an issue? How do I really find a solution in the midst of my issues, right? We have to have a plan. We have to have a strategy. Like I said before, we have to precondition our minds. Remember, a lot of things is optional, so a lot of things is by choice, right? So if we're choosing to stay in that same place of bondage, and we can speak all day long, yeah, I want to do this, I want to really, get myself on track and together, but it has to really be rooted in you. You have to really want it because life issues is not going to stop. It's just not. This is just life. But it's not so much about your problem, it's how you go through your problems. It's how you go through your problems. And if you really sit down and if you really come to your senses and not so much complain about what you're going through, right? But you're reversing it. So this is negatively, but are you going to view it negatively, right? So in order for me to really have peace in my life and day after day to really, find comfort and for me to really, get through life easier than what I'm going through now, I have to shift my mind. That means I have to shift everything about me. I have to shift thinking, the way I talk, because we can speak things negatively and only thing it does is just build on war. And that's the wrong thing to do. If anything, we want to be able to speak those things into existence, right? Speak it into existence. For instance, on lacking finances or on going through marriage issues or home issues or it's just a whole bunch of mess. I can go on and on, right? And we're asking ourselves, this is very painful, but how can I really stop it? The answer is we can never stop life issues from happening, right? But but here's the thing that you need to know. All of us have control over what we go through, what we put ourselves in, what we face, because in spite of life issues, in spite of what it presents to us, we can't respond the same way. And that's the only way we're going to get through life and live a happy and peaceful life is if we shift everything about us that is wrong. Now it's not an overnight thing, but you have to really get to a stable place and really sit there and think to yourself, I've been here too long. I don't want to keep living my life in this state. The only thing it's going to do is just push me further behind. If anything, I want to move forward. So if that means find things to take your mind off the things that are negative, because if you're going to put your mind in that state of I can't do it or I can't move forward, that's bondage, and you're going to be bound your entire life, right? So you have to find a solution, my friends. You have to find a solution, and you can. I recommend, I don't know your faith or your religion, but praying help, and you know, just ask God, to really increase your faith, to provide you strength, the strength that you need. Like I said, I don't know your faith or what you believe or your religion, but praying ultimately it helps. However you do it, it helps. Speaking on my behalf, it works for me. I've been through many things in my life, right? And honestly, a lot of things that I've been through, and I wasn't really supposed to honestly come out, but because of our faith is big, right? And that's something that we need to keep. And if we keep feeding ourselves positive things, then our outcome will be positive.